taking her time.
She'll be all right.
I admire your confidence, Debs. I've yet to meet a trustworthy snout.
Jill won't bottle out. She trusts me. There she is. There's the signal.
DCI Meadows from WDC Broulton. We've got the all clear. Suspect on premises.
OK, Liz. You and Debbie follow us. Let's go. Come on, Trev.
Stop, please!
Sorry, love.
Sorry! What were you saying?
Did anyone else come through this way, Debs? Never mind.
Get up!
Come on, get up. Well, well. Kevin Chester cuffed by a woman. That's not going to go down well, is it? Oh, I lost you, Kevin. Any sign of him?
No, Gov.
So where is he?
Who?
Tony Irving.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Come on, Kevin, we know this is his business. The supermarket for stolen goods is too bright for you.
All right, leave it, John. We'll finish off this conversation down the station when we finish the search. Put him in the van.
Go.
Well done, Debbie. Shame about Irving, but that's good work.
Never mind Irving, Gov. This is a great result.
Well, that's right, Alistair. And that's mainly down to Debbie's snout. You want to think about registering her?
Well, she's not really a schnauzer. More a friend.
Even better.
Well, how'd it go? I hope you got that Kev Chester. Thought you could have me for 2 bottles of cider.
Went really well, Jill. We got nearly all of them.
Oh, right, nearly. So Irving weren't there?
Afraid not. It's fine, Jill. It's fine. My boss said you did a great job. I'm really proud of it.
You want something?
2 teas, please.
Yeah, and some ice cream. I'm hungry. Can't hold anything else down. Oh, I tell you, I was so nervous. I reckon they could see right through me, you know.
What'd you say?
I told them I'd had a couple of good punters and I wanted a TV. Stupid prats only tried to sell me my own mum's colour portable.
How'd you know it was hers?
I only sold it to myself a couple of months ago. She'll get it back now, though, wouldn't she, Debs?
Yeah, of course she will. Give it a couple of days. Cute.
Said I did a great job. Your boss, eh?
Yeah.
What, is he like a top copper?
Yeah, I suppose so. There might be some reward. You'd get a percentage of all the stuff we recovered.
No. I'll only boot it, won't I? Any time I get a big score, I just get a bigger habit. Oh, I want to stop this, Debs. Do something important like you do. Just as long as I don't have to wear the jacket.
What's wrong with it?
Well, it makes you look like a bloke.
Thanks. But are you serious? You really want to come off heroin?
I want out the whole thing. People don't last long round here once they start grassing.
Look, one step at a time, eh? Let's deal with your habit first. What about the drugs project?
Oh, no. They're also...
What?
Have a cup of tea and let's be mates. I'd go if you came with me.
It's not my job. I told you, a social worker.
I want to see the way she dresses. Oh, go on. Please.
All right.
Really?
Just finish your ice cream.
Gov, Chester's cuffed for the handling, but he's still saying he's never heard of Tony Irving.
Well, that's hardly surprising.
Alistair, do you get anything from the rest of them?
No, nothing.
So where does that leave us? Have you got any angles, Liz?
It's difficult, Gov. Ever since Irving took over the smack dealing last year, he's kept a low profile.
We know he's monopolised the drugs trade across the estate.
That'll be because the other dealers have mysteriously died.
Which means it gets all his customers to do the petty crime, and they're too dependent on him to grass.
Apart from Jill Evans, of course.
With respect, sir, I think she's a one-off. I don't think she's got any idea what she's dealing with.
We'll have to risk it. Debbie Keane seems to know her stuff. Have a word with her, will you, Liz?
Gov, are you sure she's up to this?
Liz?
I'll have a word.
Look, maybe we should do this tomorrow, Debs.
Look, it's a big step in that. I need time to prepare myself.
Oh, come on, Jill. You said yourself the sooner the better.
Right, Anna? Thought I'd give it a go. I heard you're doing all right.
Can I help you?
It's not me, it's Jill.
Oh, hello, Jules. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Are you a relation of hers?
Well, no, just a friend, I suppose.
And do you have a drugs problem?
No.
Then I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave.
What?
Look, Gary, I want her to stay. I'm not talking to you unless she stays.
All right, Jill, but she still can't come in.
Why not?
We can talk outside.
I am a police officer.
Yeah, I guessed that. I thought it was understood the police left us alone.
Well, I'm here to help Jill. It's not official.
Well, the rest of our clients don't know that, though, do they? The rule is only people identifying themselves as having a drug problem are allowed in the centre.
Well, can we go somewhere else?
Yeah, over here.
Go on, then.
I want to go into rehab, Gary. I want to get clean. I mean it this time.
I'm glad to hear it. You got something to do with this?
No, it's entirely Jill's decision. I just said I'd bring her here.
But I need to do it today, right? I want to do it now.
Fine. We'll go and fill in some forms and we'll get you on a waiting list straight away.
Waiting list? How long's it going to take?
Well, between 6 and 8 weeks at the moment. But we can get you some counselling to help you through the wait.
I can't stay here for 2 months. You said you were going to help me. You promised I'd get out of here. I've got to go today.
Look, isn't there any way you can speed things up? It might not be safe for Jill to stay around here.
Oh, right. It's like that, is it? I can't cut corners, Jill. I'm sorry. But if you come in with me now, we can work something out. But whatever happens, you are going to have to wait. You know that.
Oh, stuff this. You're a waste of time. Both of you.
Jill! Isn't there anything you can do? Maybe get her onto a methadone program?
What's your concern? Most of you want to keep your snouts on the gear. More useful that way.
Well, she's not my snout. Well, that wasn't the idea.
Oh, don't tell me. The police are making friends with the public. Didn't think that was allowed.
What, you mean like social workers with a sense of humour? Thought that was banned too.
Yeah, who said mutual respect was dead? Look, I wouldn't do this normally, but I'll give... No, honest. But I'll give you some forms for Jill's rehab. Try and get them to fill them in.
561 from WDC Brownlow.
Are you meant to have that on?
I'll take the forms, thanks. Go ahead, Liz.
Location, Debbie.
I'm on the Dollis Park estate.
Well, stay there. I need to talk to you.
I'll meet you on the corner of Cocktail House.
You could maybe be a bit more discreet about using that.
Yeah, I found her, Gov. She's just coming. All right, Debs?
Fine.
How's Jill?
In a strop. Thinks I've let her down.
That's a shame. So, you don't think she'll work with you again?
Oh, is that what this is about? No, I thought CID wiped me for me sharp policing.
The best way to get Irving is to get someone to lead us directly to him. Jill's taking the first step. Now, we can build on that if we move quickly.
You mean if I move quickly?
Yeah. All she needs to do is let us know whether he's holding. He's not going to attack a potential customer.
She's not my snout. I told her I was going to help her.
Getting rid of Irving helps everyone, including all the other Jills we don't know about. It's your decision, Debs.
Would you raid him straight away?
The DCI is just waiting for when and where. We're assuming you'd want to come with us.
What, CID getting rustic catching villains?
I reckon DS Boulton's jealous of your half Nelson.
I think I know where she'll be. Turn the car round. Get a lot of punches at this time, dear.
Your boss in the car, then? Told you got to come and talk to me?
No, she's just someone I work with. But it's true, I do want to talk to you.
Yeah?
Look, just because you've got to wait for a place, don't mean to say you've got to give up, Jill.
You promising I'll still be around by the time it comes up? You gonna keep me alive, are ya?
I don't know. Look, I'll do my best, but the truth is I can't promise you anything.
You said you'd look after me.
I'm sorry. I'd lend you my jacket, but I know you'd be too embarrassed to wear it.
Ha ha. Come on, let's get on with it. I know you want something, so you might as well buy me a cup of tea while you're asking. So,
Gary Martin gave me some forms for you.
you get to the point. I could be working.
We need your help again. I need your help. You're the only person who can lead us to Irving.
Simple as that, eh? And what if I don't want to do it?
That's fine. No one's forcing you.
Yeah. Only it won't be forgotten, will it? You want to catch him dealing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Told you he don't do it himself. It's always Chester or one of the other idiots.
Chester and the rest are all locked up now. Irving's got to come out.
That your opinion, is it, Debs?
Yeah.
I want the reward, then. If I do it, I want the money this time. And I want the money from the other time and all.
I thought you said you were going to give up.
That's my business.
But when you see Irving, you don't need to buy anything off him. You just need to know he's got the stuff in his house.
What do I tell him? I'm window shopping.
Well, you don't have to take it.
I need some money. I've got to show him some cash. It's not enough.
It's plenty. Do you want me back here afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, don't you want some tea? We've got time.
Less I'm seeing with you, the better.
Oh.
Can't have been easy to get her to do this.
It was too easy. I've lost her trust, Liz.
Look, she's made her choices. It's not our job. You've done enough. DCI Meadows from WDC Boulton. Irving's in situ.
Okay, follow us in.
Yeah?
DCI Meadows, Sunhill. A reason to believe that you're dealing in drugs, and I have a warrant here to search these premises.
You better come in then.
Excuse me, gents, not in front of the kiddie, eh?
Anthony Irving.
Tony, mate. Oh, and you must be Meadows, isn't it?
I've reason to believe that you're dealing in drugs.
Well, search away. Don't expect me to watch, though. I don't think you'll find much. We've had a quiet morning here, haven't we, chicken, eh? Oh, a friend of Fliss's came by just now. Jill Evans. Nice girl. Easily led, though.
Excuse me.
You looking for your snout, love? She's out there.
Cheer up, Debs, it might not happen.
Go away, Nick.
Look, seriously, it was yesterday. You want to stop brooding about it?
I'm not. You just leave me alone.
Fair enough.
Sarge, have they got the PM results back on Jill Evans yet?
Well, it looks like an overdose. But I don't need a toxicology report to tell me that the smack was uncut. It's probably purer than she's ever had in her whole life. Classic way to top a grass. And no one can prove that, but Irving knew we were coming, didn't he? I think someone wasn't too careful about how they handled things.
The DCI wants a word, Sarge. Don't listen to him, Debs.
It's not that. It's Jill.
It wasn't your fault. She was a junkie.
Right. Thanks, Liz.
Hang on. Don't go all sentimental on me. Leave that to the blokes. You know that estate better than anyone. Is there nobody else who can finger Irving?
I don't know. Maybe one of the other girls, but I don't know them as well.
After yesterday, the DCI is going to welcome any good ideas that come his way. Think about it.
Excuse me, sir. It's about the Irving case.
Everything is at the moment, Debbie. I'm sorry about Jill Evans.
Yeah.
So what have you got?
I just wanted to help.
We're pretty covered, thanks.
Unless you've got another Jill Evans up your sleeve, I don't really see what you can do.
Well, there is someone who might be useful. It's a bit of a long shot.
And who's that?
Gary Martin. He works the local drugs project. He's talking to users all day. If Irving's the only dealer on the estate, it shouldn't be hard to work out what's going on from what Martin's clients say to him.
You're talking about a drugs project, Debbie. No one's going to talk to us.
This is different, sir. I got to know Gary Martin through Jill. We've got an understanding.
Well, if he can give us what we want, I'm not going to argue. But any information we get this time is going to be completely solid.
This is a strong possibility, sir.
Oh, a definite maybe.
All right, Debbie, off you go. Take Liz with you.
Thank you, sir. Well, let's meet somewhere else then. The cafe. I just want to talk about what's happened. Oh, come on. Okay. 10 minutes. It's like getting blood out of a stone.
Let's go.
Hang on, Liz. He's paranoid enough already. I better do this alone.
Well, at least let me drive you there.
I need a clear head for this one. I'll see you back at the station, yeah?
You know what really gets me? That I was naive enough to think that you might be a little different. Your age, I guess. And the fact you're probably new to CID.
I'm not CID.
Oh, whatever, I couldn't give a monkey's. I thought you were trying to help her.
Can't stop people overdosing.
Oh, please, everyone knows it was an execution.
What does everyone know? That Irving was responsible? Is that what people are saying?
You don't get it, do you? I can't tell you what my clients have said to me. They trust me.
But if it means helping us get rid of one of the major dealers on the estate, then why don't we cooperate? We're after the same thing.
No, we're not. The drugs project is there to look after our clients, not to gather information for the police. Besides, you've got no real idea of what's going on out there. You think it's all goodies and baddies, victims and dealers. It's not that simple.
Right, so what's Irving then? A victim?
Oh, he's an exception.
In what way?
I'm not your snout.
So, what do we get from this drugs project of yours?
Fewer desperate addicts committing crimes.
Plenty of Tony Irving still running around killing people who get in their way.
It's not my problem.
We're going to stop Irving.
You're not going to try and arrest him again?
I'm sorry, I can't discuss police business. It's confidential.
Look, don't mess me about. If you do anything at all, anything, it'll look like it came from me. Everybody knows I've been talking to you. There's even people think that I told Jill to go around and see Irving. Look, if you go near him now, I'm stuffed.
Really?
Yes, really. What would you do if someone you trusted with the future of your life turned out to be a grass?
But Irving's preying on your client.
I think we don't know that. It's the only reason we've got any clients. Because we understand the situation. It means we can warn people.
But if we arrest Irving, then you won't have so many clients.
I won't have any clients at all. My career in London will be over. Be lucky to get out of here in one piece.
We could protect you.
It's not about me. No one will trust the project again. There'll be another Irving along in a week, but it'll take months, maybe years to win back the confidence of the clients. Do you realise how many people will die in that time? Look, I'm begging you. Whatever you have to do to save face, don't touch Irving. It'll do more harm than good.
Irving's flat's dead. No one's been near it since yesterday, and there's no sign he's in there either.
How do you get on, Debbie?
Not very well, sir.
Well, never mind. Liz has got a good lead, and we're going to run with that.
Sir?
It looks like Fliss Morgan's dealing with Irving from a flat above the drug centre. I've checked the address. It belongs to Kevin Chester.
All those customers nearby. Perfect for them. Right, let's get down to the magistrate's court and get a warrant. Alistair, you and Debbie check the flat. When a punter comes out, check them for drugs. All right?
Sir, are you sure about this?
How do you mean?
Well, if we take any action now, it might jeopardise the drugs project.
And why's that?
People might assume that because I've been talking to Gary Martin, all our information on Irving came through him.
They can assume what they like.
So what, Debs? That's Martin's problem. Come on.
But this could destroy the drugs project.
Could, Debbie, is not definite. This is our best chance to nail Irving. So come on, let's get on with it.
Can't win them all, love. Look, Debbie.
I told Martin I'd try and help. I told Jill I'd help her.
Debbie, come on, you're a policewoman.
Yeah.
Here we go. DCI Meadows from DS Craig.
Go ahead, Alistair.
The suspect's taken the punter back to number 20A.
Received. Looks like we're in business, Liz.
Cheer up, Debbie. This'll be over before you know it.
Yeah.
They're out of the flat. All right, let's make her. Excuse me, miss. I'm DS Craig from Sun Hill. This is WPC Keene. We've reason to believe you're in possession of a controlled drug and would like to search you.
Yeah.
Debbie?
You didn't nick Jill, though, did you?
Raise your arms, please.
Here. You may as well have it. You're going to find it anyway. I don't want her fishing around in my knickers.
Did you buy this in 20A Cocktail House?
Well, I hardly bought it at the project, did I?
We're on. Tell the DCI we got a positive result. Come on, Debbie.
DCI Meadows from 561.
Yes, Debs?
She's holding, sir. And it looks like it comes from the target address.
All units from Meadows, go, go, go.
Looks like we're going to miss out on the fun this time. Right, I'm arresting you for possession of a controlled drug. You do not have to say anything.
Do you want to watch yourself hanging around with home, mate? You might just get yourself killed.
Shut it!
But it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned.
What are you going to charge me with?
3 ounces of smack in little bags, your prints all over them. That'll do for starters. Well done, Debs.
Yeah, nice one.
She'll be after your job soon, Liz.
Yeah, better watch her. That thrusting ambition.
Come on, don't start.
Right, I'll see you down the pub.
How are you then? Let's get finished off here. Go down the pub and do some damage.
Nah, thanks, Liz. Done enough already.
To work.
See what happened?
No, I was just pulling into the car park and I saw him lying there. I'm the manageress of the store.
How was he?
Someone really laid into him. He's got severe head injuries.
All right, cheers. Do you know the man then?
It's James Ross. He's only been with us a few weeks.
You want to see me, Sarge?
Yeah, I understand that you and Narika were called to the DIY store on Hoxton Road yesterday.
That's right.
What happened exactly?
A woman went for one of the employees.
James Ross.
Yeah.
He was assaulted again this morning. Pretty vicious attack. He may not survive. We've got a name for this woman.
Mary Collins. She seemed to have a bit of an obsession about him.
Fatal attraction, is it?
No, not quite, Sarge. Mrs. Collins' daughter and son-in-law were killed in a car accident. James Ross was driving the car which went into theirs. I got some of the story off Mrs. Collins' other daughter. She was there.
When was this accident?
About 4 years ago.
We got an address for this Collins woman?
She lives in Gunner Street, above the minicab office. I had a word with James Ross, and he said that for months after the court case, she was harassing him. Apparently, she even put petrol through his door.
Excuse me. Can we get up to the flat this week?
That's right. Who are you looking for?
Mary Collins.
Oh, well, I think she might still be asleep.
What, 10:15?
She often sleeps late. Takes pills.
You know Mrs. Collins, then?
Well, she runs the business. Actually, her daughter Eleanor runs it now.
Right. I'm Detective Sergeant Gregg. This is Detective Constable Lyons, Sun Hill. Could you tell me what time you started this morning?
I've been on since 10 last night.
It's a long shift. Over 12 hours.
Well, I like long shifts. Unlike Mary, I have trouble sleeping. It's a medical condition.
Right. Has anyone gone into or come out of the flat since you've been here?
Well, I don't think so, but I might have been attending a call of nature in the back.
So you saw no one leave the flat this morning?
Well, as I say, I might have been in the little boy's room. Ah, Eleanor! These two men looking for Mary.
I'm Detective Sergeant Gregg. This is Detective Constable Lyons, Sun Hill Police Station. We'd like to talk to your mother.
Is this about what happened at the store yesterday? I thought that Ross said he wasn't going to press charges.
Mr. Ross was assaulted again this morning. He's in hospital.
How is he?
Not good. It was a particularly vicious assault. He's in intensive care.
Do you know who did it?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Ross is still unconscious. Is your mother at home?
She takes pills. Even if I were to wake her now, she'd be groggy for ages. It takes herself a while to get it together. She hasn't left the house since we got home yesterday. Her nerves aren't good. She doesn't like to go out on her own.
You've been here all the time, have you?
Yes.
Yeah, I get the impression you've just come back from somewhere.
I was only out for a little while.
You've been out for how long, would you say?
I don't know. 20 minutes, maybe. I just went to the shop.
Just the two of you in the flat, is there?
Yes. I moved in with my mother last year when my father left. The business was suffering. Someone had to keep things going.
I understand that your sister and her husband...
My husband.
I'm sorry, I didn't realise.
George was giving Gwen a lift home from her college when it happened. She died instantly. George was in a coma for 3 months before he died.
Your mother blamed Ross?
He was drunk. No one denied that.
I'm sorry if our investigation seems intrusive.
She just lost control yesterday. It was a shock seeing him again.
Your mother has a history of harassing Mr. Ross.
I told you she takes antidepressants. Most of the time she's in a dream world.
She seemed a bit jumpy.
Yeah, didn't she just? Let's go down to the hospital, see if we can have a word with Ross's daughter. Maybe she saw someone hanging around when she dropped her father off. Another chat with Mrs. Rip Van Winkle later.
Even if he comes out of the coma, the doctors think he might be brain damaged.
You said you dropped your father off at work this morning. What time was that?
7:30 as usual. He liked to be in early. He's always been conscientious.
You didn't notice anyone hanging around the car park?
No. He was just getting himself together. His job isn't much, just stacking shelves, but he was with people, you know, out in the world. It's taken a long time, but gradually he was getting better.
Your father was ill?
He had a nervous breakdown. The last 4 years have been hellish for us.
We know about the accident.
Oh, right. He's not a drunk driver. He made one mistake. I bet you hear that all the time, people making excuses. But he's punished himself.
He didn't go to prison, did he?
He fell apart after they arrested him. And the judge gave him a suspended sentence on medical grounds. Then the mother of the girl that was killed, she used to send him these letters. I mean, I understand how she must have felt, but these went on and on about how he should have died in the accident, not her daughter. She tried to burn his place down.
Was she charged with that?
I got Dad to tell the police and they arrested her, but he didn't want to see it through. And not long after that, he left Sun Hill. Was it her? Did she do this?
Tosh? We've just had an anonymous phone call. A man claiming to have carried out the attack on James Ross this morning. I tried to keep him on the phone, but all he said was, it was me, I did for Ross, and he had it coming to it. Irish accent.
North or south?
Well, I don't know, they're all the same to me.
What time was this call?
11:22. Now, the call's been traced to a phone box in Gunner Street.
Gunner Street? There's a phone box just opposite the minicab office.
Okay, thanks. Can you join?
There's a new controller on. The one we saw earlier was called Harkness, Adam Harkness. He's gone off shift, but he would have been on at the time of the phone call.
He's got a good view from over there. He might have seen someone. I've got his address.
I think we'd do better just working the street.
I don't know, he seems a curious type to me.
He's curious, all right.
He might be worth talking to. He's not very far away.
Yeah, all right. I'll carry on here.
You have to excuse the mess. Cleanliness may be next to godliness, but I was never very religious.
Sorry if I woke you.
Oh, I wasn't asleep. Life's too short to spend half of it unconscious. No, I was just fixing myself a spot of lunch. Can I tempt you?
Not for me, thanks.
Well, make yourself at home.
Oh, thanks. What time did you knock off this morning?
12. Should have been earlier, but my replacement was late.
From the minicab office, you've got a good view of a telephone box just across the road.
I suppose I have.
You wouldn't happen to remember seeing someone making a call from there at 11:20 this morning, would you?
If you come all this way just to ask me that, must have been a very important phone call.
It would have been a man.
People use that phone box all the time. You people are always asking questions, aren't you?
It's my job to ask questions.
Well, don't you go harassing Mary. She's suffered enough. That man Ross destroyed her life.
What do you know about Ross?
Eleanor told me after you'd gone. She said he'd been attacked this morning. Well, I've no time for drunks, especially behind the wheel of a car. He even managed to avoid going to prison. Where's the justice in that?
I talked to his daughter at the hospital. Nice girl. Seems a pity she had to sit there and watch her father die. That doesn't seem very just. Mind if I catch a biscuit? Thanks.
Something snapped in Mary when Gwen was killed. She was a lovely girl.
I saw the pictures in the flat. Did Mary talk about it?
We used to talk all the time. Sometimes when she couldn't sleep, she'd come down from the flat and I'd brew up, we'd have a chat. I think it helped her.
You don't talk anymore?
She's got a new friend. Kevin. It's one of our drivers. You probably noticed him. He was hanging around the office when you came round earlier. Big lad. Rough-looking. Thick as... Well, not exactly a candidate for Mensa.
I think I remember him.
I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get his big feet under the table.
What do you mean?
He takes Mary out for trips in the car. What Eleanor's great for. Gets Mary out of the house, gives her time to herself. It's classic, isn't it? Ingratiating himself with the mother in order to get to the daughter. Worst of it is, Eleanor will probably fall for it.
Must be difficult for Eleanor, having lost her husband. She's still a young woman.
I hope she doesn't end up with that Kevin. I'm worried she might have got herself entangled with him already. Recently, her car hasn't been there all night.
She came in this morning just after we arrived.
She hasn't been there since yesterday evening. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Don't want to cause any trouble for her.
This Kevin character, is he Irish?
The original Irish joke.
Are you sure you didn't see anybody making a call from the phone box?
Kevin went across the road to the phone about that time. We don't allow private calls on the office.
So this Kevin McCartney was in Denzil Road at 7:15 this morning?
According to the logbook in the cab office, yeah.
And how long would it take to drive from Denzil Road to the DIY store car park?
No more than 10 minutes.
And he and Eleanor are an item?
That's any gossip.
Yeah, well, if he turns out to be the anonymous caller, it's important gossip.
This is it.
She has to explain why she lied to us about being at home this morning. Mr. McCartney, I'm Detective Sergeant Gregg.
I know who you are. Saw you at the cab office this morning.
I wonder if we might have a word.
So, what do you want with me?
We received a call this morning from the phone box opposite the minicab office where you work. The man had an Irish accent.
Oh, yeah?
I understand that you made a call from the phone box opposite the minicab office.
Who says I did?
Did you make a call?
I might have done.
Who were you calling?
I don't remember.
You were logged picking up a fare at 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, that's right.
And you dropped your passenger off where?
In the logbook.
Denzil Road.
Well, if that's what it says.
What time did you drop your passenger off?
I don't know, sometime after 7, quarter past maybe.
And where did you go after that?
Back to the office, I suppose.
Straight back?
I suppose so.
You know Mary Collins quite well, don't you?
Sure, I know Mary.
Did you talk to her yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, she told me she'd seen Ross down the DIY store.
And you're aware that Ross was attacked this morning?
It wasn't Mary who whacked Ross.
No one said it was. How well do you know her daughter, Eleanor?
Eleanor? Well, I work for her.
Do you ever see her outside work?
Well, sometimes. When I sit upstairs in the flat with Mary, sometimes Eleanor's there.
Where were you last night?
Here.
Alone?
Yeah.
Did you see Eleanor last night?
Oh, why are you asking all these questions about Eleanor?
Mr. McCartney, did you call Sunhill Police Station earlier this morning?
Eleanor had nothing to do with it. It was me. I whacked Ross.
You told us you dropped a fare in Danzel Road at approximately 7:15. What happened then?
Well, I went round to the DIY store where Ross works. I waited, and then I went for him.
How did you know where to find him?
Well, I sat with Mary yesterday evening for a while. She was talking about what happened and how she'd seen Ross down in the store.
Did Mary Collins ask you to attack James Ross?
No. It's nothing to do with her. It's all my own idea.
And what put this idea into your head?
He killed Mary's daughter. He was a drunk driver. And I've talked to Mary a lot. She's terrible what she's been through.
So you decided to whack him?
Yeah.
Did you use anything?
What?
Did you use a weapon to attack Mr. Ross? Or just your hands?
Don't remember.
You don't remember?
Well, he got what was coming to him. How is he?
How is he? What do you care?
Am I the only one who's getting confused here?
He's not very convincing.
He's vague about the time, about the weapon, about the whole thing. And why would he do it? Why would he take revenge on Mary's behalf?
Maybe she paid him.
She doesn't need anyone to act for her. Yesterday she went for Ross all by herself.
He's got the form, 2 years for GBH.
You don't believe him, though, do you?
No.
So maybe he's covering for someone.
For Mary?
How must Eleanor feel about James Ross? She lost a husband as well as a sister in that accident, and she's seen her mother crack up.
Yeah, now we know from Adam that she'd been away all night. Do you want to get back down to Eleanor's?
Yes, I do. But first, let's see if we can get McCartney out of the picture. Miss Bray?
That's right.
I'm Detective Sergeant Gregg. This is Detective Constable Lyons, Sunhill Police Station.
Oh.
Nothing to worry about, just some routine questions about a minicab you took earlier this morning.
Oh, yeah?
I understand that you ordered the cab from Gunner Street.
It's a regular booking. I work in an all-night garage.
And the minicab driver who picked you up was Kevin McCartney, yes?
That's right. Is he okay?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. What time did he pick you up this morning?
Usual time, about 7. Well, that's when my shift finishes.
And he dropped you off when?
I got back here about 20 past.
And then he left immediately, did he?
Sometimes he has a cup of tea.
And it's usually Kevin who picks you up, is it?
Yeah.
So, what time was it you left here?
About 7:45.
You sure about that?
It could have been a bit later.
Thank you.
He won't get into trouble, will he? Only he's not supposed to be off the road. He only stays when it's quiet.
No, in fact, I think you've just got him out of trouble. You've been wasting our time, haven't you, Mr. McCartney? What, we're making anonymous phone calls and confessing to crimes you didn't commit? Why did you do that? We know that you were with Hetty Bray this morning at the time that James Ross was attacked. I can only think you're protecting someone. You're trying to be a hero.
Can I go now?
Was Eleanor with you last night?
Well, ye keep asking questions about Eleanor, but you don't know her. She keeps the whole thing together. Her mother, the business.
Was Eleanor with you last night?
No, I told you that.
Did she tell you she was going to attack Ross?
No.
When did she tell you what she'd done?
She didn't.
Then how do you know she did?
Isn't that what you're telling me?
You said earlier that your mother hadn't left the flat since yesterday evening.
She didn't.
Well, how would you know since you weren't here last night? When we arrived this morning, you'd been out all night.
Yes.
Why did you tell us that you were here when you weren't?
I'm sorry.
If you weren't here, where were you?
I'd rather not say. Adam called me. He said you've been asking about Kevin McCartney. How's he involved?
Well, at first, he was claiming that he'd attacked James Ross himself.
Why would Kevin attack Ross?
We've now established he didn't. Have you any idea why he would confess to something he didn't do?
No.
How old do you know?
He sometimes comes to sit with my mother in the evenings. He listens to her, she likes him.
What about you?
What do you mean?
Do you like him?
Are you suggesting there's something between me and Kevin.
He seems very fond of you.
I've never given Kevin any reason to think anything.
We're trying to understand why he would confess to attacking Ross when he clearly didn't.
Do you think I'm involved?
Were you?
I don't hate James Ross. I don't have enough anger left over for him. My, my husband and my sister were having an affair.
I see.
Gwen was at college. George used to pick her up and bring her home. At least that's what I thought. And then, one night, he told me he wanted a divorce. That he had feelings for Gwen, my sister. Not that we were ever close. She was much younger than I was. He would have come back to me. He was the type of man that needed security, you know? He needed a home. And my sister wouldn't have given him that. He would have seen it in time. But, there wasn't any time. The night after he told me he wanted a divorce, they were both killed. My mother doesn't know any of this. I can't tell her. It's impossible to get through to her now. That's why my father left. He couldn't cope with her anymore.
It would help if you could tell us where you were early this morning.
There's a man I've been seeing, on and off. He's married. He's only down in London a couple of times a month. It's an arrangement that suits us both.
Did you have any reason to believe that your mother might have gone out this morning? Is that why you lied to us about being here?
Mum, these are the two police officers I mentioned.
This is what I used.
Mrs. Collins, you left the DIY store yesterday after having assaulted Mr. Ross. Can you tell me what happened after you got home?
Kevin sat with me for a while. He does that sometimes. But I sent him home. I told him I was tired. I knew I wouldn't sleep. I didn't take a pill. I didn't want to sleep. Why should Ross have a life? Gwen would be 26 now. She'd have left college and she'd be working in a good job. She might have been married. She had a boyfriend. I knew there was someone in her life. You know, the way a mother can tell.
You said you couldn't sleep.
I took a hammer from the drawer. Don't know what time it was. It was getting light outside. I went downstairs. Adam was in the office. He asked me if I was all right.
Adam Harkness. You sure you saw him? For the tape, Mrs. Collins is nodding a yes.
I walked to the store where Ross works. I wanted to kill him. I knew he'd turn up sometime. He got out of a car. He didn't see me. I hit him. I hit him as hard as I could.
What are you doing back here?
Brought Eleanor in. How's Mary?
She's just been bailed. You can take her home soon. Everybody lied to protect Mary. That's why you made the phone call, isn't it?
I wasn't sure at first. And then I got confused when you started asking questions about Eleanor. I thought maybe she'd done it.
You really care about her, don't you?
I'd do anything for her.
What about the girl in Denzil Road?
She's just a wee girl. She's not like Eleanor. She's not the kind of person you fall in love with.
You can take your mother home now.
Any word on Ross?
He's still in a coma.
There's no need for any of that stuff about Gwen and George to come out, is there?
I shouldn't think so.
Kevin thought he was covering for me, didn't he?
He cares about you.
Right.
What do you reckon?
We're not a dating agency, Tosh. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
Here. I need one.
Morning, June. Good start to the day.
Yes, sir.
What do you got?
2 people in hospital, and Mrs. Julie Shepherd and her little girl Natalie. They were pulled from the fire.
Bad?
I don't know, but the place is a mess.
Anybody else live in the flat?
As far as I can gather, no. She was separated from her husband, Michael.
Do we know what happened?
Yes, the fire started around about 6:50 this morning, but according to the cadram, night duty were called to a domestic at this address about an hour and a half before the fire was reported. A call came in at 5:16, complaining about being woken by angry shouting. Now, by the time the pounder arrived here, everything was quiet again. But Julie claimed that it was just her husband, that he'd turned up drunk, they'd had an argument, and then he'd gone off again. Basically, she told the officers to mind their own business.
And it was left at that.
Well, so it seems.
You got an address for the husband?
Yeah, and I found some bits and pieces in the flat. There's an address book, a marriage certificate, and a letter from the husband.
Right.
There's one more thing. After Julie was pulled from the fire, when she was being tended by the paramedics, she kept saying a name over and over again, Nigel.
Who's Nigel?
Well, we don't know. There's no Nigels in that address book. But I haven't finished talking to the neighbours yet.
OK, June. Scene examiner's on his way, is he?
Yes, sir. And this is the fire investigation officer, Mr. Preston.
Hi. I'm Detective Inspector Deacon. This is Detective Constable Skase from Sunhill.
Mike.
Is it all right if I get on, sir?
Yes, thanks, June. Oh, have you got anything for us yet, Mike?
Only just had a quick look, but there's not much doubt it was started deliberately. Single seat of intense fire, but no obvious cause. Probably an accelerant used. Front here's not too bad, but the back bedroom's pretty much gutted. Started in here, spread through into the hallway. That small top window was left partly open, so there'd been a nice stream of oxygen feeding the fire. Something down here for your socko, or whatever they're called now.
What is it? In the lighter fuel?
Yeah, lighter fuel, something like that.
I didn't get any prints off it.
Fire was started in the corner amongst all that junk, then spread to the curtains and bedding.
I thought toys weren't supposed to burn nowadays.
You get what you pay for. On the upside, the window should have vented at least a portion of the smoke and fumes. Might have made all the difference to a woman and a little girl.
Where were they exactly?
In here. The mother was half out the bed, little girl was in the wardrobe. Both overcome by smoke, but like I said, they were lucky.
Sleeping pills. Not exactly parent of the month, is she? Leaving them out with a kid in the flat. Brian, have you got much more to do here?
About another half hour.
So it might depend on us getting some fingerprints off.
I'll have a word with a socko when he gets here.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. What do you reckon to sleeping arrangements? Both beds in the same room, you mean? I was wondering about that. Why not have her in the small room? Maybe someone else is using it.
Nothing much from the neighbours, I'm afraid. Nobody seems to have seen anything suspicious between the domestic and the start of the fire.
Any luck with Nigel?
Well, no. Julie seems to have been a bit recluse. Tony's found a woman across the road, Mrs. Anne Harris, who knew her a bit. She lives at number 11.
Yeah, the policeman said you'd want to chat.
Thank you.
Ben, if you don't get a move on, you're going to miss your bus.
Late for school.
Oh, yeah, he's been staring out the window all morning.
Anne, I understand you know Julie Shepherd and her daughter Natalie.
Oh, only to say hello to. She's very quiet.
And do you know if it's just the two of them living in the flat?
I think so. There's a husband around somewhere, Michael, but he hasn't lived there for a while. Can't seem to keep away from the place, though.
What do you mean?
Why, he's always turned up drunk, shouting and carrying on. Go careful! Anyway, Michael was at it again this morning, kicking the door, trying to get in.
What time was that?
About 5:15. It woke us up. Julie finally came to the door. They seemed to argue for a while. Then she told him to clear off and slammed the door.
And did he?
As far as I know.
Do you know if Julie had any other regular visitors?
I don't think so. Our brother comes around often, though.
Can you remember his name?
Can't seem to think. Rob, Bob, something like that.
Anne, do you know anyone called Nigel?
Nigel was our little boy, but he was killed in some kind of accident over a year ago.
Easy! There's a fire!
Echo 371. Juliet uniform, I think. I didn't catch the rest.
Oh, nice one, Mike. Where is he?
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 86.
We thought it was just the effects of the smoke at first, but then we found out she'd taken some sleeping pills earlier.
Do you know how many?
Only about 3 or 4, but more than she should have.
It's not a suicide attempt, then?
If it was a pretty feeble one. Anyway, you can have a brief word with the mother, but bear in mind she's still very groggy.
About Natalie?
She's sleeping at the moment. Oh, by the way, Julie's brother was here a few minutes before you arrived, Robert Hayes. I only mention it because he seemed pretty wound up.
Wound up? How?
Well, he was quite aggressive, upset, but very angry at the same time.
She'd asked for him, had she?
Yeah.
And not the husband? OK. Hello, Julie. I'm Detective Inspector Deakin. This is DC Scase from Sun Hill. How are you feeling?
I'm all right.
It's a bit of a mess back at home. Have you any idea how the fire started? We've got an address for your husband in Rudkin Road. Will he be there?
I don't know where he lives. I don't care.
We know you had a row with him earlier this morning. Can you tell us what it was about?
He wanted to see Natalie.
And you wouldn't let him?
I just wanted to be left alone.
Does your husband have any reason to want to hurt you? Julie, when you were rescued from the fire, you kept mentioning Nigel. Was that his old bedroom where the fire started?
Is everything gone? All his things?
I'm afraid it has, yes.
That's what Michael wanted.
What do you mean?
He always said I should clear it out. For my own good, he said. Well, he got what he wanted. Maybe he'll leave me alone now. Maybe they'll all just leave me alone.
Julie, if you know something about how the fire started, you need to tell us. Julie?
Nigel. He made it happen. He's getting his own back on us.
You'll have to wait 4 or 5 hours for the pills to wear off.
Right, sister. Thank you. I don't know about her husband. She seems a likely candidate.
What, took herself and Natalie in by setting fire to the place?
She's not exactly compos mentis, is she?
Oh, she was dope, Rod. Mind you, nothing's impossible. When we get back to the Nick, have a word with social services, see if they got anything on the family.
Right.
Oh, this one's going to be a barrel of laughs. Can't wait to meet the husband.
Michael Shepherd? Nah, he moved out more than a month ago.
Did he leave a forwarding address?
What for?
Well, what about his post?
Well, take a look at the place. The only mail he got here were his benefit checks.
So why'd he move out?
I told him to. He was trouble. Getting drunk all the time, coming in all hours, causing aggravation.
I see.
And obviously upset one or two of the wrong people as well.
What do you mean?
Some bloke kept coming round asking where he was. And then someone gave Shepherd a real good hiding just outside the door here.
Do you remember what this visitor looked like?
Nah, just some young hardnut.
Well, thanks for all your help. If you do remember anything else...
You can find your own way out.
Nice man. Get on to the DSS and see if they've got an address for Shepherd.
Sure. What about the brother?
Oh, sure, why not? Julie's going round the twist, her husband's an alky. Who knows what will turn up.
Hi there. Hello. Oh, Sergeant Ackland, PC Stamp.
Hi, I'm Jane Curtis, the manager.
You reported the theft of some petrol?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
Could you tell us what happened?
Well, this bloke filled up his petrol can, then jumped in his car and drove off without paying.
Did you get a look at the index number of the car?
See for yourself. It's all on tape.
Yeah, that index tallies with one that was reported earlier. In connection with a reckless driving incident. Could be a TDA.
Echo 371 Kilo Juliet to Delta. Not reported lost or stolen. Registered keeper is shown as Robert Hayes, 7878 Wiskin Road.
Any unit from Sierra Oscar, 4545 Carver Street. A disturbance. Informant a Miss Claire Foster.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 86. Yeah, we'll have some of that, Sarge.
It's there. It's him again.
He's got away! After him, Paul! You got the wrong bloke!
Oh, yeah? Who's the other guy?
Michael Shepherd.
We met at a bereavement counselling group about 6 months ago. Michael only went 2 or 3 times. He couldn't handle it. But we kept in touch.
Why were you there?
My husband. Cancer. That man was going to burn Michael. He really would have done it.
It's all right now. He's in a cell. Now, Claire, do you have any idea why he wanted to do that?
Probably to do with Nigel. Everyone blames Michael for his death. It was a car crash, you see, the way he died, and Michael was driving.
When was this exactly?
Well, the first anniversary was 4 or 5 weeks ago. Michael's taking it very badly.
And is that when he started going round to Julie's house?
Well, no, but he's been getting more and more desperate to see Natalie. Can you blame him? When she threw him out, destroyed his things, and then her brother comes after him, beating him up.
To scare him away from Julie and Natalie?
Yeah, got him thrown out of his lodgings.
And he's been living with you ever since?
I'm just taking it as it comes. Julie and Natalie are all he really thinks about. He's obsessed. That doesn't mean he'd do anything stupid.
But you can't vouch for his whereabouts at 6:50 this morning.
He was in by 8. He'd been out drinking at a club all night. Well, we didn't know anything about the fire until Julie's brother turned up.
Claire, If Michael had been out drinking all night, he probably can't even remember his own movements.
He would never hurt his daughter. Julie's brother's the maniac, not Michael.
Have you got any idea where he might have gone?
He doesn't have anywhere else to go.
OK, I'm going to give you my mobile number, and as soon as Michael shows up, you give me a call.
All right.
So you're saying you weren't really intending to burn Michael Shepherd alive?
Yeah. No. I just kept seeing Julie and Natalie lying in hospital.
The problem, Robert, is how can you be so certain that Shepherd was responsible for the fire?
Of course he was.
But how can you know?
Didn't Julie tell you? He was there again just this morning, threatening her. He's been threatening her for months.
Has he ever harmed your sister?
He killed Nigel, didn't he?
Robert, have you ever considered the possibility that Julie might have set fire to the place herself?
Why would she?
Grief, despair? It's not uncommon. People get to the point where they just can't take any more aggravation.
She wouldn't do that. She's been coping better recently. Getting through it bit by bit.
But has she?
All she's ever needed was to get Shepherd out of her life once and for all.
But is that what she really wants? Or what you think she wants?
Look, he's an alky and he's getting worse. He turns up all hours, shouting and screaming. Even smashed the place up once. That's why I gave him a good hiding the first time. All Julie needs is someone to protect her from Michael Shepherd.
Well, you're not going to be able to do that very well if you end up in prison, are you, Robert?
Yeah, all right, thanks. Bye. Gov, social services got back while you're doing the interview. Natalie has been on the at-risk register for the last couple of months.
At risk from what?
Emotional neglect. The social worker's on her way to St Hughes. She's going to stop by here first.
This gets better and better, this does. I've just been reading the report into Shepherd's fatal accident.
Oh, yeah?
Inspector Monroe dealt with it. Apparently the car went straight on at a hairpin bend in the wet. The kid was in the front.
Ouch.
According to this, Shepherd had been drinking before the crash, but he was below the limit by the time he was tested. There was a witness statement alleging reckless driving, but that wasn't enough for the CPS.
So, Shepherd just walked clean away from it?
Well, that depends on your point of view, Rod. The car caught fire. Nigel was trapped inside. Shepherd had to watch while his son burned to death.
All units from Sierra Oscar, a disturbance, 20A Mayola Street. Informant are Mrs. Harris, a neighbour. A unit still?
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 85. We'll take that, Sarge.
Thanks, Tony.
What's going on now, Mrs. Harris?
He kicked the door in. Shepherd did.
When was this?
A few minutes ago.
OK, look, thanks. Why don't you go back in your house?
Ah, it's gone. He must have slipped out again when she phoned in.
He must have broken in for a reason. Tony? Wasn't there a big pink rabbit on this bed earlier?
Why? Took a fancy to it, did you, Sarge?
And I searched these drawers. There was stuff in them.
So?
I think Shepherd's taken the little girl's things.
There you go. White no sugar.
Thanks.
So how does social services come to get involved?
An anonymous letter saying Natalie wasn't being looked after properly. Well, we can't afford to ignore something like that. So we talked to Natalie's teacher. It turns out she'd been having concerns about Natalie's development as well.
And all this stemmed from the accident?
Yeah, it was particularly traumatic, as you can imagine. And the guilt and recrimination. Most people would have found it hard to cope.
So where does Michael fit into all this?
To be frank, nowhere at the moment. Julie doesn't want anything to do with him.
I see.
She just hasn't come to terms with Nigel's death. She's turned what used to be his and Natalie's room into a shrine, really. I've seen him myself, just sitting in there staring at his toys and crying. And Natalie's a constant reminder, growing to look more and more like her brother every month.
Do you think it's likely she'd want to try and physically harm Natalie or herself?
I'd be very surprised. It's just all her emotion goes into grieving, and there's none left for Natalie.
What about Michael? Would he want to harm them?
I've barely had any contact.
Rod, can I have a word? Excuse us.
Excuse me.
I've just had the initial report from the DSE. The fire was started in that box of toys. The box is made out of rigid plastic, which burns like crazy, apparently. Anyway, the can of lighter fuel. The side that was in contact with the floor is undamaged. They managed to get a couple of prints off it. Hello, Deacon. Claire, hello. Oh, all right, leave it with us. It's Claire Foster. Shepard's taking the car and going to St Hugh's. He's going to take Natalie.
Gov, what about the social worker?
Nick, urgent favour. See that lady out for us, will you?
Quickly, please. A man's taken the little girl. He says he's the father.
Listen, he's not going anywhere. It's all right. Stay there.
It's all right. It's all right.
Michael, it's all right. Let's just stay where we are, shall we? I'm Detective Inspector Deacon. You can't take Natalie. She needs to stay in the hospital.
No way. She's coming with me this time.
Just stay where you are, please. I can't let you take her. You know that.
Look, she could have been killed earlier. Have you seen the flat?
I have seen it, yes.
Her mother tried to kill her. She's sick. I know you think I did it, but you're wrong.
Michael, you're the one that's wrong. We know what happened now. The fire was an accident.
It was deliberate. She's gone mad.
Let's get Natalie back inside, shall we?
Look, I've tried to see her and I've tried to help her, but she doesn't want to know.
Michael, listen to me.
Who do you think it was who put social services onto her in the first place, eh?
Listen to me. The fire this morning was no more deliberate than your car crash. We found a can of lighter fuel with fingerprints on it at the scene of the fire. The prints were of a small child. Let's go inside, shall we?
When Michael left this morning, I went into Nigel's room. I was upset, so I just sat in there for a while. Then I noticed Natalie was up. She'd been watching me.
What was it that woke you, Natalie? Was it Mum and Dad?
I tucked her back in bed, and I tried to get back to sleep, but I just couldn't stop crying. I was just so tired.
So you took a couple of sleeping pills?
The can of lighter fuel was under the sink. She must have...
Natalie, now you know that no one's cross with you, don't you? Why did you get the little can of petrol and the box of matches? Can you remember?
It's all right, love.
I saw Mummy do it when Daddy left home.
I burnt his things when I told him to go in an old bin in the garden. I used the lighter fuel.
Why did you burn Nigel's toys, Natalie?
They kept making Mummy cry.
Good. Do me a favour.
What's that, Guff?
Next time, find me a nice, straightforward axe mower.
Certainly.